Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Final Fantasy 13-2. I just wanted to start out here by going over kind of what I did with my Albino Lobo at first. I mean, I'm honestly, I wasn't able to really do that much with it in terms of growth just because it, I just don't have that many monster materials, right? We really haven't done any specific farming for that, but I did take it to its initial. Let me just see here. Here's a Crystarium. I did its first 15 levels, and I just used all potent materials. The thing about the Albino Lobo is it's a late bloomer, and so early stats you're pretty much best. It's usually just best to do potent materials because using the like specific what would it? Of course, I don't have any of these. Let me just see here. Yeah, so using like a vitality version or a power version, it really just isn't going to do anything for you. Just because these specific materials are good for when the growth is really good, but because it's a late bloomer, its growth is really bad at the beginning. So again, it's better to just use potent materials for those early stages. But anyways, let's get going here. I actually do want to go to the I think it makes the most sense here to just go to the Arcalt step. So we obviously unlocked that in the previous video, and this is going to be one of the spots where I just spend a ton of time in. It's just a phenomenal place to get. I mean, there's so many really good monsters here. There's also just a lot to do here. You can see actually there it's got 12 fragments. So again, it's just going to be, we're going to be spending quite a bit of time here. So let's get started.
Of Grand Pulse stretches a desolate grassland, a wild place where the rule of might prevails, and the weak exist only to feed the strong. A tribe of tough, proud people live off these lands, hunting monsters for their sustenance. But now, the hunters are whispering of a fearsome newcomer to the prairie that threatens to upset the precarious balance of their lives.
Look, that's their prey.
Wow.
They seem desperate. Like, they gotta get this one or there'll be nothing else to eat.
Really? I guess you have to be a hunter to tell.
Let's introduce ourselves.
Sure. We should talk to those people. Maybe they can tell us what's going on.
Good idea. And let's hurry, before those chocobos decide they need to stretch their legs.
Okay, let's get at it. I think I'll be starting. We're starting next to the gate. One thing that I'm gonna do here really quick is go down just to the south a little bit here. Oh, dude, what? Some of these animals sound ridiculous. Alright, what's this thing?
Take that!
Right. Alright, so there is a treasure up here somewhere. These guys would get off my cage.
No one's hurt, right?
Alright, so it seems like, let me just see, can I? Oh yeah, there it is. You can kind of see it there, it's kind of floating up there. I'll just give that a shot. Yeah, looks like I got it. Alright. Power slivers.
Great.
Alright, so at this point I'm just going to head into the, I'm going to skip these guys. It's just the same monsters again. Oh my god. This sounds so absurd. Like, are you dying? Are you having a good time? I can't tell what's happening there. Alright, living on the steppe. In the harsh wilderness of the Archaut steppe, people have to help each other if they are to survive. This is your chance to win the acceptance of the hunters. Talk to the villagers and listen to their tales of woe. Accept their requests for help, solve their problems, and soon you will be able to gain their trust. Chocobos here right away, but we can't ride them yet.
Without the chocobos, we can't hunt. We treat them like part of our family
Into here to
because they are.
open up that little area. Chocolina. There's a chest here. A sphere. I always want to say treasure chest. Grimoire hat is actually really good. I'm going to equip that on Sarah. So here it says Kill Libra. Reveals a piece of information about each defeated enemy. I just find that to be pretty nice. And then improved potions doubles the restorative effects of potions. Now it's not really going to do me any good, that portion of it, unless I have Sarah as my leader, and I probably won't do that. Although it actually does make sense to make her the leader right now, because of that specifically. All right.
Listen, we could do with an extra arm. You help us, and I'll give you this map. If you're here to hunt, find someplace else.
You guys aren't exactly hauling it in. Prey getting scarce?
Yes. Ever since that storm blew up, these lands were teeming with game before that. Friends went to investigate the storm, but they never came back.
It kind of doesn't make that much sense. Okay, so there's a storm that came in. Okay, well, the thing is, they can actually control the weather here with this device here. So I don't...
Because of this weird storm? I wonder what's causing it.
Me too. Let's try asking around.
Yeah, it just doesn't really make that much sense. You know, they could have made it like all about the monster that shows up, but that only will show up under certain weather conditions too. So it's just, it's like just weird. It's awkward, and doesn't really make that much sense.
So, you want to know what brought on the storm? My friends are out there assessing the situation, but even if I knew, I wouldn't tell anyone that wasn't a hunter.
But Noel's a hunter.
Don't look so surprised. She's right, you know.
Really? Then you wouldn't mind if I put you to the test. Let's see what you can do. We've been getting harassed by a pack of monsters lately. Think you can get rid of them for us?
Alright, time flows slowly here on the Great Plains. The hunter, Tipur, one of the nomads who eke out a precarious existence on the plains, has set Noel and Sarah a challenge. They must prove their hunting prowess by driving off an infestation of goblins.
We're counting on you. No one knows why they appeared all of a sudden. What are they after?
What indeed.
Right.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go exterminate some pests.
We should
let's do
search
that.
somewhere in this area, I guess.
I'm gonna not interact with that yet. And I'm gonna skip that fight if I can. Oh, these guys were really on my ass. Alright, well, it looks like we're fighting them. Alright, you insist.
How's this? Looks like you lost. That wasn't even a warm-up.
Alright, here's the goblin fragment. Chop them up. Oh yeah, so there is a chocobo here. I'm actually going to attack it. This might not be a good idea, actually, to attack it first. Ideally, or what I'd like to do here is get this chocobo crystallized. I just don't know if it makes that much sense to attack it first. Like, this might work out. But actually, it's looking like it's gonna work out pretty well. Yeah, there, it crystallized. Good deal.
Scared yet?
I don't remember if the which role the yellow chocobo. I want to say it might be a commando, which isn't that great. And honestly, I probably won't use that if I'm being totally honest. But all right, report back to the camp. Let's see what this guy is. Yeah, he's a commando. It's got critical power surge, moderately boosts strength and magic when HP is critical. It's got attack and ruin. But yeah, I honestly probably won't use the yellow one. I don't know that I've ever built a yellow chocobo, like a regular chocobo.
Whoa! What the?
Okay.
But this is the
Yeah, the,
Hunters' camp. How did we get back here?
Wow. Back in a flash, huh? Bit unsettling, but I could get used to it.
Yeah, the Cactuar waste ones are amazing. They just, you know, I mean, some of them are different, but the red ones will teleport you right back to the camp, which is really nice.
So, you took care of those little monsters. I have to hand it to you. You're stronger than you look. Thanks for dealing with that little problem. Say, can I ask you another favor? Some of my people are in desperate need of wool. Why don't you go and talk to the folk over there? They'll fill you in.
All right.
I heard you took care of our monster infestation problem. I'm impressed. Now that you've proven yourselves, I have another favor to ask you. I need help collecting wool from the sheep wandering the plains.
Time flows slowly here on the Great Plains. The huntress Maida has come to recognize Noel and Sarah's prowess in fighting monsters and approaches them for help. The hunters raise sheep that they put out to pasture on the plain. Maida wants you to collect 3 kinds of wool from the very largest of these animals.
I appreciate whatever you can do to help. You'll come across some sheep bigger than the others. They're the ones you want. They have the best wool.
All right, let's do that. I'm actually just gonna run right off the edge again here. Grab this chest, or chest every time. Sphere, while we're down here. 3 potions, okay. Very cool. And 2 remedies. Just gonna try to unlock some of this map a bit more. Some goblins. I should say, so Archaeal Steppe is just an amazing place for recruiting monsters or crystallizing them. There's just such a variety here. I mean, I feel fairly comfortable in saying that there are more monsters here than anywhere else in the game. There's a crystal right away. And some really useful ones. Over in the marsh area, which we actually don't have access to quite yet, but we'll get pretty soon. There's probably one of my favorite Ravagers in the game. I mean, at least early on, which is the blue Chocobo. Just a phenomenal Ravager. Now, I'll probably swap over to that once I get one of those, instead of using, honestly, the silver. Just kind of funny, the Silver Lobo is going to end up being, I mean, not used much. There's a tuft of rough wool. But yeah, I spend all this time to get the Silver Lobo, and then it turns out I'm probably not really going to use it that long. I guess he's useful right now, right? We're doing something with him. Sadly, he's not going to last. And if I'm completely honest, maybe if I would have got lucky there, that first time I ran, I messed this up. I didn't mean to do this. If I wouldn't have messed up that initial time, I probably would have got more use out of it, right? Because then I ended up, right, I would have had the Silver Lobo for when I was at the Sunleth 300, but I just messed up that battle and I completely lost. And then of course I didn't see the Silver Lobos again until I had already done all the events at Sunleth. So, yeah. Oh wow, getting lucky here. Look at that. There's a Goblin Chieftain. Sort of pretty good if I remember right. I can't remember what it was about them though. Oh, it's a Sentinel. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's got a good synthesis abilities or something. Defense maintenance slightly extends the duration of defensive buffs. It's got improved guard, moderately enhances the effectiveness of meta guard. Okay, that's pretty meh. Well, Goblin's got a attack ATB charge. That's the Cleon. Resist fire. Alright, well, anyway. Let's try to find some more of these. I'll have to go unlock that other area in a little bit. Oh, I guess I can.
You can do it.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that. Let's see. Right, we've got. Actually, is a treasure sphere down here. I can grab real quick. 2 fractured horns. Alright, what's this? Buckaboo. Yeah, I vaguely remember the Buckaboo Ace having a good synthesis ability too. Let me just see if I can find that again. Yeah, so Buckaboo Ace actually has the Gill Finder 2 ability that you can then, transfer to other monsters. I may try to get a hold of that. The earlier you get So there's basically three really good item, like item finding synthesis abilities, or I should say monster abilities, which is Gil Finder 2, Item Scavenger 2, and then Item Collector. And the earlier you get those, you know, kind of the better off you're going to be, because they'll just work for you, you know, throughout the game. So yeah, we'll see. All right, here's another piece of wool though. Let's grab this here. Get over here, you little jerk. This goes fast. Jesus. Ah, gotcha. Alright, there's the thick wool. Let's head back over here, I think. Yeah, he's hopping around over here. Oh. There we go. Fluffy wool. Alright, report back to the camp. Can do. Will do.
Hey.
Need something?
Thank you so much. The quality of this wool is amazing. Here is a little something for your trouble. Only the best hunters can run around these plains without a care in the world. Maybe, just maybe, you two can save us from the peril hanging over our heads.
Oh, you know I can. Alright.
I hear you're looking into what's causing the storm. I don't know much, but I'll tell you what little I know. The storm only comes when it's really hot and sunny outside.
What should we do then? Wait for the weather to change?
There has to be something we can do.
There's a weather controlling device nearby.
Alright, bring on the heat wave.
You two are lifesavers. I have to say I'm proud to be a fellow hunter.
Alright, me too.
There is a direct correlation between weather and monsters. I can teach you how to use the weather control device if you'd like.
I would like that, actually.
Come, I'll teach you how to operate the machine. Use the lever to shift the direction of the wind. That's the first step in changing the weather. The weather will change depending on which levers you use. There are 4 possible combinations and 4 possible weather conditions. There is a correlation between monsters and the weather. For example, if you make it rain, the monsters near watering holes will become more vicious. And rare monsters with extraordinary strength may appear. By controlling the weather, you can control what kind of monsters you'll run into. That's about it. If you forget how to work it, come talk to me again.
Thanks.
Alright, weather controlling device. Mastering the weather controlling device is proof of a great hunter. There are 2 levers, one on each side of the machine. Only one can be maneuvered at a time. Stand near the lever you wish to push or pull and press the A button. The weather will change accordingly. There are 4 possible weather conditions: sunny, windy, rainy, and stormy. Try different combinations to figure out how to manipulate the weather. Let's do this lever. So there the camera pans over there as sort of a hint. In order to make the feral enemy appear, you actually, I think you need to have it sunny at first. Yeah, so this is sunny. Alright, so there is, well, that's interesting, though. Let's see here.
We've learned what's behind that storm. There's a monster prowling the grasslands that's taking all the Flan. The beast is massive. It can swallow dozens of Flan, and when it does, it kicks up that storm we've been seeing.
A beast that can swallow dozens of Flan in one go? Noel, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Mog, help us out here.
If he really wants to enjoy his food, he should chew it properly before he swallows, Kupo.
Really? Look. No other explanation. They're being sucked into a time rift.
And then they're reappearing back at Sunless.
Right. If we can take down this beast, we can stop the giant Flan from getting any bigger.
It seems the monster Feral is causing the storm. Defeating him will most likely end all of our problems.
Okay, this one might be a bit much for us to handle.
We could just get it to step out of the way. Maybe we can try asking the hunters.
Oh, I see my, I had my microphone muted. That's lovely. Anyways, so one of the things that you can do in order to get this thing, or what you need to do to get this thing out of the way, is actually make it I think it's stormy, which is kind of why I had, and I mentioned it earlier. There's a little, the camera pans to this area when you make it stormy for the first time. But the problem is the Feral isn't there yet until you make it sunny. And so then once it's sunny, and it's kind of funny there, they do that cutscene where the Feral is, drawing in all of the Flan into its mouth. They do that cutscene with the long GUI out of the way. And then they pop it there right after the scene is over. But anyways, long story short, what I'm gonna end up doing is, when we actually go to beat this thing, we're actually just gonna make it sunny first, and then you make it stormy to get the long GUI out of the way, and it'll actually stay. The Feral will actually stay there if you do it in that specific order. But if you make it like rainy, for instance, then the Feral will disappear, and you'll have to make it sunny again. And wow, I'm destroying this guy. Monster? Or, I don't think I crystallized it, though. No. So anyways, what I'm actually going to do here is do a bit of exploring here in the Archault Steppe. We'll try to grab, and yeah, so one of the things about the Feral there is that's back where that chest was at, where I threw Mog up into the top up there. That's not that big of an issue, right? If you're trying to get that I always want to say chest. It's the sphere, the treasure sphere. If you're trying to get one of those, all you need to do is get rid of the Feral, which is again make it like rainy, and then run over there and throw Mog there. But yeah, anyways, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Obviously, I already took care of that. But, so what I'm going to do here is just try to unlock all of the Arc step that I can. There's actually one little segment of the step that's not going to be available quite yet until either you've got. Actually, I don't know if you can get up there with the anti-gravity jump, or if you have to have chocobos. I can't remember. It's been a little while since I've done it, but I think basically you have to beat the feral before the chocobos become unlocked for the area. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. So actually, what I'll end up doing here is, just kind of roaming around, grabbing all of the treasures here in this area, and we'll unlock the Cactuar waypoint that we need to get across to the other side. Basically, there's a ravine that separates the west side of the Arc step from the east side, which is like the marsh area. And yeah, we'll use the Cactuar waypoint to get over there here in a little bit. Let me just see. Just trying to make sure I'm getting the whole map unlocked. I don't think I want to fight those. Yeah, I love the music here. Yeah, and it's a good thing that I like the music because I spend a lot of time here, so better than having really bad music and being stuck here listening to it the whole time. Over here, I don't know if that's the spot. That looks like the spot. There's a. I should say, so there are a bunch of Cactuar waypoints or waystones on the Arc step, excuse me, and some of them are only visible though during, or some of them are visible during certain weather conditions, and so not all of them are necessarily going to be visible right now. And also, some of them I'm actually not going to interact with yet. There's a couple. Actually, I think there's 3 of them. That when you interact with them, you get into a battle with I think it's a Gigantor, and those are brutal. And I don't think I'll be able to take them out with my current party. We'll have to do a bit of leveling and stuff first. So we'll do that later. But yeah, let's get. What's this? Ooh, a red chocobo. Let's give him a shot. The red chocobo is actually a pretty good commando. But he also can be pretty brutal. Let's swap over to Delta attack. Once I can get him. Oh, that's annoying. Well, at least I didn't lose my chain bonus. That would have been brutal. And it looks like he's I can't tell if he's just too far away to actually hit the Pulse Knight, and that's why Supersonic Wave didn't do anything. But if that's the case, that's pretty funny. Let's get him. This should launch him. There's the launch. go for the... It didn't look like it crystallized. Nope, it didn't. That's alright. I mean, there have been times where I've played and I've actually used the red chocobo as a commando instead of like Noel. You know, it's kind of one of the fun things in the replayability of this game is you can do kind of goofy stuff like that, like make Noel like a magic user instead. But I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I'll probably just keep him as like a physical damage oriented. But yeah, anyways, I vaguely remember the red chocobo did a pretty good job as a commando for a good chunk of the game. The red chocobo is kind of also, if I remember right, an okay racing chocobo. Or you can make them into a good racing chocobo, but I think you can kind of do that with any of the chocobos. This guy is just shredding me. Are you? It looks like the... No, is he provoked? Yeah, he's provoked. Never mind. It actually looked like he was facing Noel, so I was like, what's happening here? Seems weird. Getting launched again right away. Get up there. Sometimes that happens, you know, when you're, you've got a little bit of a gap in your attacks. The monster will fall back down, and obviously on certain enemies that you really don't want that happening because they're super dangerous. So you want to get them launched again as quickly as possible. Alright, that looks like that's pretty much it for exploration, right? Oh, a little square right there. And a little bit here. Alright, there we go. In this trench area here, there's actually a rare... Is it a Metallogigantar? Something like that? I don't think I can probably take them yet either, so I'll probably not try to hunt that down quite yet. I vaguely remember them having, I don't know, is it like magic 25% or no, probably higher than that. Or like magic 35% or something like that. I could be completely wrong on that though. I'm super rusty. I just remember that was a good monster for synthesizing. Or infusing, I should say. Gotta get my terms correct here. There's the Gankana. Let me just see here. Thought that thing had... Nope, that's the Gankana Ace. Gankana actually has the Gillfinder 2 ability. I may try to infuse that onto one of my monsters. So probably what I'll end up doing here is yeah, kind of like abandoning my what is this thing? Albino Lobo. I'm sorry, jeez, brain fart there. And actually going with a blue chocobo instead. And I'll try to infuse some kind of good abilities on that for farming. With a single horn, okay. Neato. Let's go back up this way. There we go. 6 vitality droplets. There is a gate over here, but you can't do anything with it yet. Yeah, I think that's... What is he doing? Oh, yeah, there's a Cactuar Ways down here. It's a red one. Yeah, right, that's a red one. So that'll just take you back to the camp, which I do not want to do. Anyways, so I had mentioned I think it was the Gigantar earlier. There's 3 of the Cactuar stones that have the Gigantars. And once all 3 are dead, that is what unlocks that gate, or the gate here. And I want to say that gate might be the one that leads to Vile Peaks. But, yeah, quite a ways off of worrying about that. I mean, taking those Gigantars down can be a real chore. So we'll just see about that. Yeah, Buckaboo and Buckaboo Ace have the Gillfinder too. I guess the Gankana does as well. So those are basically they both will have it unlocked at level 20. So you don't have to develop them too far before you'll be able to get that. I can't remember if the Potent Orb is like, I can't remember which tier that is. That might be 4. It's probably 4. Which, you know, is very, very good. We're going to be needing, you know, a ton of monster materials to develop all of our stuff. Let's just interact with this.
This gate, it feels different somehow. What's the deal here, Mach?
Let's take a look. It's been sealed in such a way that an artifact won't open it. We have to search within this time period and break the lock that binds it, Kupo.
Yeah, so that's a very odd part about. Actually, I wonder if that's the only gate in the game that behaves that way, where like you need to do something very specific in the area before it unlocks. It's the debris enemies. Allegedly, there's another really good monster here. Oh man, I just got worked. That looks brutal. Yeah, not looking good at all. I may have to just abandon this battle because this is. Wow. Let's retry. I'll retry with a Sentinel right away. Yeah, some of these monsters are just absolutely brutal right at this point in the game. Right, my character's not developed enough to deal with this stuff. Yeah, and the problem with these debris, like these monsters, if you played Final Fantasy 13, you'll recognize them. They basically all have an element that they'll attack with that will not only deal damage to you, but it also heals them. And so, down here.
Gotta stay together.
I need to make a paradigm with a healer in it too, like a Sentinel healer and a Commando. Yeah, that's gonna be a retry, and I'm just gonna run away from these guys. Just don't have the stats yet to take these guys out. All right, let's see what else do we have here. Did I do? Let's see. Yeah, okay, I got that chest. Chest. Every time. Sphere. So we can actually get this sphere from here if I just throw him, or throw Mog correctly. Man, killing it with these throws. It's Noel. Noel's got that arm. Alright, a couple mana chips. There's a couple of spheres up here.
Giddy up.
Giddy up. Phoenix. Okay. Mana bolts. This area up in here is kind of where I actually usually hunt for my red chocobos at, although we've already actually ran into like 2 of them. Alright, that looks like that's good. So the spot up there is the little area that we actually can't fully explore until the chocobos get unlocked. Or the anti-grab. I don't know if the anti-grab jump will get you over there though. Which also, you know, isn't available quite yet. That's a basically there's abilities called fragment, excuse me, fragment abilities, and they'll be unlocked. Oh my god, I'm getting crushed. Okay. All right, let's retry that. I hung out too long without swapping to my sentinel. Got greedy. That's what happens. That's why I get what I deserve. Oops, that is not the right paradigm. There we go. There, it crystallized. Alright, good stuff. That is a red chocobo for the pile. Let's take a look at him here. He's got stagger maintenance, moderately extends the duration for which enemies remain. That's actually really good. That is a really, really good ability. Yeah, it's red locked. Yeah, that's really good, especially on a commando. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Alright, that looks like that's everything explored over here. Let's take this guy out. Actually, there is one.
Trying to die.
Yeah, there's one Moogle throw that I can do. Actually, that might be down below. Yeah, well. And that Ruin guy looks really cool. I forgot how cool that skill looks. Noel actually has a... What is it? There's a wind ability as well that he gets on for his Ravager. That's amazing too. Huge AoE. Yeah, alright, so I must need to change the weather. It's probably to rainy. There's a Cactuar Waystorm over here that must appear during rains, or when it's raining. I'm gonna skip these guys. Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna throw Mog in here. I don't know if this is the right spot. I can't really see in there. There is a sphere in there though somewhere. Yeah, there is Woolly Sheep figurine.
Great.
All right, let's go find a. I guess I could just run back. We're not that far away from the camp. use this red waystone over here. Whoops. Yes. Let's see here.
The storm carries away monsters on hot, muggy days with lots of suns. Of course, there's always a little wind on rainy days, but nothing like that storm.
There we go.
Have you tried using the weather device? It's idiot-proof, you know.
It's idiot-proof. Is it?
Anyone can stop the storm, it's you two. Make sure you stay
All
on
right,
your
let's see
toes.
it.
I want to see
So I'm gonna try Rainy, which is this lever needs to be, I guess, left as is, and then this lever needs to be pushed up. I think that's what I need to do. Oh no, it needs to be cloudy. Crap. Okay. Oh, that's all right. All right, so we'll push this one up as well. Yeah, and there the feral disappears during the. At least during. Actually it's when it's rainy and when it's cloudy. And then you can actually see from quite a ways away that little wind effect over there, and that's kind of the hint for the Cactuar stone. I really wish I had that anti-grav jump right now. I could just floated right over there, but. We'll get it eventually. Also, I should say, I believe that is all of the treasure spheres for this side.
Over there, Mom.
Sarah's confused. She's freaking out over there. How do I get across? How do I get across? There's a bridge right there. Alright, strange aura surrounds the statue. Take a closer look. We'll just say yes. And that's going to teleport us over to the swamp area. Which is, you know, the east, basically just the east side of...
Now where are we?
Huh?
Yeah,
Where did we end up?
So I'm just gonna... I'm probably gonna end up fighting these guys because I'm not gonna be able to get far enough away. That's okay. Gankana Ace. So much destruction. Oh, they took out Noel. How dare you? Oh boy, I better. Ah! Whoops. Alright. Should have been paying a bit more attention. Yeah, so the these guys will start using Goblin Punch, and it'll destroy you. So I should have been a little bit more careful there, but that's all right. All right, let's grab this. I think this is a weapon for Noel. Yeah, the Guardian's Edge. All right, so let's take a look here. Critical Shield 2. I mean, that's okay. I mean, it's not phenomenal, nice. But all right. Let's see. What else do we have over here? Also, I should say. So now that we've used the Waystone to get over here, it doesn't matter what the weather condition is anymore. That will always be available. So you'll be able to basically, and if I remember right, I spent a lot of time over here when it's raining, I think. Either raining or maybe even sunny. I just can't remember which one I liked more for kind of farming. But yeah, so anyways, you know, at this point now we'll be able to return to the Nomad camp and then, you know, just basically run back to that stone and teleport back over here anytime we want. I did this stupid catch. She is too slow. I might need to. What I should do is take that thing out of this paradigm pack and make one of the main characters a healer for one of these paradigms. Because I'm not gonna spend any materials on that medic. I think they're pretty garbage. And these things are so tanky. And that's why you save them for last. Kill off all the little damage dealers first, and then, you know, take out the buffer last. Eventually the group will get strong enough where you won't even need to do that. You'll just, you know, shred all the stuff, but for now it does make a difference in the kill order. So they're not doing a good job of juggling him. Right.
Giddy up.
Unicorn horn. See another Cactuar waypoint thing over here. See what we have here. Hedge frog. Vaguely remember the hedge frog having a good ability. I'm not seeing it. Oh yeah, I don't know what that. Oh, is it like ATB charge or something? Nope. Oh yeah, I don't know what it is. I thought the hedge frog had something good though. Not seeing it though. Boom. Oh, where was I going?
Over there, Mom.
Alright, what's this one? Ah, another red one. So that'll just teleport us back. That'll be handy though. I guess I can take these guys. I'm gonna take a look at this list again.
Scared yet?
Oh, Sarah died and I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I see what happened. Yeah, it's because I targeted the wrong character, or targeted the wrong enemy first. Love it. Alright, let's do this right this time, huh? Oh, there it is. Hedge frog. Attack ATB charge 2. There's a better monster for that, but and I wasn't paying attention again.
Don't hurt yourself.
Alright, I gotta figure out what's going on with this. I'm gonna set up a different paradigm here too. Let's do customize. So let's do one with Sarah as a healer and the Pulse Knight instead. There we go. Yeah, because we're getting to the point where I need to do something a little bit better with this battle. Go. Got myself killed anyway. I think I got way too used to, you know, the way I played the last time there and having lightning as the commando lightning right away, but it's just, you know, because she just blows everything apart, and you just gotta play way different when you don't have an overpowered, you know, monster with you. And I have not adjusted to that yet. Should take a look at how much CP I've got built up though too, because probably have quite a bit to spend at this point. Too easy? Okay. Alright, there's an Entite ring. It's a rare drop from, I don't know, one of those monsters. I don't remember which one it was. Alright, anyways, let's take a look here. I know there's an item over the edge. Let's see if I can just run away from these guys. Bingo. Alright, yeah, here we are. I think that's a wild artifact. Indeed. Ooh, some microchews. These things are phenomenal. Not only do they have a really good infusion ability, which I don't remember what is it. Item Scavenger 2. That's so good. So they've got Item Scavenger. They also drop level 5 you know, monster upgrade materials. So very, very good spot to honestly to farm. It'll be more so though once I man, yeah, these guys are just shredding. is a... Yeah, that's not the right one. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I gotta retry that. Don't want to lose these guys. Yeah, anyway, so good monster materials, good, infusion ability for basically making, or like infusing them into a different monster. So I'll do that eventually. Let's do consolidation. Just gotta limp along with some of these other kind of crappier paradigms. There's just a little too, or a few too many of these, and they're doing a little bit too much damage for me to take, enough of them out early. Swap back now. Just spamming Ruin God over and over. Yeah, there they are. 4 potent crystals. That's good stuff. Gonna need a lot of those. 3 Gishal greens, alright. Gonna just continue on here and get this stuff fully explored. I think I'm going to skip that battle, if possible. There is another way, like Hector Waystone down here, but I don't see it, so it's probably weather related. I actually don't see that being the case, though. Oh yeah, no, maybe. Yeah, it looks like maybe that is the case. Alright, let's do Harry here real quick.
Thanks for that.
Right, yeah, that'll look. Yeah, that Sentinel sure does make a difference. Holy moly. Hey, got one. So I'll probably develop that Microchew, and at least to the point where we can get, was it Item Scavenger, I think? And then I'll end up infusing that into, I don't know, probably the blue Chocobo that I make. Start with haste.
I hate to say it, but it's gotta be said.
Alright, freaking phone. Okay. I think we got really close here to having everything explored. And at that point, yeah, I think I'll just zip back to the Nomad camp, change the weather. Yeah, these guys are just gonna chase me right there. Getting wrecked. I'm getting wrecked. Man, these battles are just brutal. It's wild how long they take. Probably time to spend a little time in the Crystarium. God, I think I've got quite a bit of CP built up with all these battles that we've done. I think, man, this video is getting crazy on it. I think what I'm gonna do here, I'll teleport back to the Nomad camp now that we've kind of explored everything. I'll go back to the Nomad camp, change the weather to rainy, or at least I can't remember if it's rainy or sunny that I want to do, but we'll see. I'll probably try both and just see what I think. And then try to get myself a blue chocobo. I do know the blue chocobos for sure show up during the rain though, so I may just try to do that first. Really want to get working on one of those, which, again, sadly the Lobo here is not going to get much use out of it, but yeah, these battles are just such a slog. Won't always be the case, but for now it's pretty brutal. That's brutal. Let's actually, I want to test out something here too. Customize. Just do a normal. Yeah, let's go back to the waypoint here. We'll get teleported in, change it to rainy. And I'll probably end up doing some farming off screen. I'll try to get footage of grabbing a... oh, was that the first time I came? No.
The storm carries away monsters on hot, muggy days with lots of sun.
It seems the monster pharaoh
those red waystones, they must... Do they always have a crystal for you? Maybe they do. So probably have to use all of them. Anyways, let's change this to rainy. Can't remember what that is though. Rainy. Looks like this one just needs to be pulled back. Yeah, there we go. Hanging out in the rain. I'm gonna save here, and I'll also do the bit of leveling in the Crystarium before I end this video. Oh yeah, I'm at 10,000 CP. Yeah, I probably waited a little bit too long, honestly, to do this. Put on some medic levels here with Noel. Commando there, medic, commando. His points aren't stretching very far though. Let's do the accessory capacity by 20, because I think I'll be able to equip another accessory that way. There's power chain, medic, commando, commando. There's Asuna. Alright, that was 2 level bonuses in a row. Yeah, let's do accessory again. And it looks like this is going to be the last level, so we'll just do another commando. Alright, so Noel is done. Let's go on to Sarah here. Ravager, medic. Ravager, medic, and Ravager. Let's do the accessory. Yeah, I'll just do the same bonuses for each character. Medic. It's nice when you can see a little bit farther ahead. Just makes it a little bit easier to know what you're going to be, you know, leveling, or the next class to level. Ravager there. Medic there. Ravager. Medic. Medic. Alright, and there's Ravager, and that is it for these two. Let's get another... Can I do this? Yeah, so I've got enough for another power wristband. So there's, 20% extra strength for him. Don't know what I'll do for her, though. None of this stuff is that great. 16% HP. Or I can do the... I might do the... Yeah, this might be good for the buff duration. I don't know if that increases the buff duration of the haste that you get though at the beginning of the battle. It probably doesn't. Well, I'm gonna test that out. I have to try to pay more attention to whether or not that actually, if that extends the haste, then that's cool. But if not, then it's not really gonna be that good for me right now, anyway. Anyways. Alright, yeah, so that's going to be the end of this one. I am going to do some farming off screen. Again, I'll try to get some footage of, you know, capturing a blue chocobo. And yeah, we'll pick it up in the next one. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.